striving to serve the project update. So what do you got for us, Adam?
Well, maybe we'll first rehash what the project is. So we've been working on a project throughout all of 2022 to listen to our readers at Energeticcity.ca, take their input, and basically now try and make improvements and talk more about how we try to build some level of trust again. Of course, over COVID, a lot of that was lost, not just with us, but the media overall. And so we wanted to approach 2022 and be an open book and talk more about what we do, why we do it, and try and show people that we are here, a part of the community, and working to tell the stories that matter here in the piece. So we're kind of at the tail end. So it was a 12-month project that will wrap up for us at the end of December. And so now what we're doing is we had a big survey in the spring. Survey, obviously, we took the results, looked at some recommendations with the work of our consultant to go, okay, what do these results mean? How can we actually implement some of these things? And so that's what we did over the summer. We actually went and implemented a bunch of different things from the survey to try and work on some changes at the website.
So now you're kind of on, like you said, the last leg. So how is that going? What are the steps for this?
Sure. So some of the steps now is we've made a bunch of changes, which we'll talk about in a second here. But then the next steps are to resurvey, to go back out to those readers, some of the same people that replied to the survey in the spring, but also new people as well too, and get further feedback, right? And then produce a final report. And this final report will be used as a tool for all media of all different shapes and sizes. So this is a larger project that we're involved in that will actually see the results go for more than just what's happening here in Fort St. John and Northeast BC, but will also be shared with the rest of the media community as well too.
So you said, your last survey was completed kind of in the summer. Mm-hmm. Now, what has been happening since then? You said you've been implementing things, but what types of things are you implementing and how?
Sure. So one of the things that I think take from my radio background is one of the things that radio was always good at is people know who you are, right? People know the people that are on the radio. They know the announcers, but we don't know the people writing the news stories that we read every day. And so I think that was one of the first things, right, is making sure that we've got clear information as to who our reporters are, talk more about who they are, right, and try to show that they're residents here in the community just like, anyone that's on the radio or anyone else that lives here in Fort St. John. And so that was a major thing. Also trying to be more transparent about when mistakes are made, how we correct them, and how we show people that a mistake has been corrected. So at the bottom of each story now you see a section where you can actually submit if you think there's something incorrect in the article, as well as you can see some more about our guiding principles. And then we just, as I said, wanted to be more open about who we are. So we started creating a weekly, every Sunday we send out an email to our email subscribers that talks about what's happened in the past week, and then talks about something that we might be doing as an organization, or gives you behind the scenes. And maybe the best, even further on that, on the behind the scenes part, is now that we've got Spencer doing some investigative work, we're doing interviews, we're talking with him, we're sharing information about what he's doing and the process that he takes to go and create those articles. And his next one actually drops later this week. So there's a whole bunch of changes. Those are kind of just some of the highlights of some of the things that we've changed so far.
So right now, what is the next step for the project?
Sure. So the next step is starting today. You can go to Energeticcity.ca/evolution, and there's a poll on there. We're going to do some polls this week and then do a big survey starting November 1st. So that's the first thing. The polls are just a quick snap, just a really quick thing that we ask people to go in to the website and just fill out. Takes just a couple of seconds. It gives us that high level view. And then once we start the survey next week, we'll actually get into a little bit more in-depth feedback. And again, looking for that feedback from those that took the survey in the spring, but also from those that also haven't taken it as well too.
And so for this next step, all of the information that you're collecting, that's going to be implemented in the new year?
Well, yeah, there's a combination, right? Because this is a part of looking to see if some of the things we have changed are starting to work, and then look at if they aren't, what we would still do. So yeah, probably in the new year, some of these things would be implemented. It just depends on timelines, but probably yes, that would be the answer, is they would get implemented in 2023 and beyond from there. And this will be a continuation. Like, we're not maybe going to do, surveying is going to be a part of our world when it comes to Energeticcity.ca on an ongoing basis. basis. So we will continue to survey, look for feedback, look for information from the community to get their opinion as to how we're doing. And that will be something that will be happening no matter what going forward in perpetuity, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah. Forever and ever. Okay, so how can people get involved right now? You said they can go take the poll?
Yep, that's right. So go to energeticcity.ca/evolution, or if you're just on Energetic City, there's a button in the menu called Media Evolution, or again, if you're on your mobile phone, you hit the menu option and you'll see that as well too.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Adam, for the update.
This community interview is supported by your Member of Parliament, Bob Zimmer. Stop by his office in Fort St. John at 9916 100th Avenue and in Dawson Creek at 10421 10th Street.